finna like, we's different. You ain't the hustling type, we's different.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the YouTube world, CJ Rose's back in the building. Welcome back to the channel. Warriors Bron, love is love. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll do all the above. And if you ain't doing anything today, follow my Instagram, Ruger_Rose. We are here. All right. So, a changing of the guard happened last night, as we have a new NXT champion. That's right, Bron Breakker is now our new NXT champion. And you know what? I knew it was going to happen. I predicted it was going to happen. But this was probably the best time to do so. I mean, sure, you know, if we wait a little longer, it'd probably be better. But at least this time around, if he won the title, it would have made a little bit more sense than if he won it at Halloween Havoc. Because on Halloween Havoc, I believe at the time, he only had maybe 2 or 3 matches to his name. Then he had the ability to challenge Ciampa for the title, which made no sense, and it wasn't really fair. But a lot of people, including myself, thought that, oh, he was going to win that night. Because, I mean, hey, we all knew at the specific point in time that Triple H was not really running things anymore. So this was on Vince's time. And you know how Vince is when it comes to big guys, you know, big, muscular guys. Like, those are his type of people. And Bron Breakker, he isn't really all that brolic. But trust me, his image fits Vince McMahon's image perfectly. So he wanted Bron Breakker as champion. So boom, let's make Bron Breakker champion. It would have been a mistake at Halloween Havoc because that man in that match wasn't looking good. Ciampa pretty much carried that whole entire match. And then one mistake later, boom, he loses. So we were happy that night. We were like, okay, at least he didn't become champion. See, in Halloween Havoc, every champion changed titles except that one. So we had to make sure Bron Breakker was ready to become champion. So what did we do? Put a couple more matches under his belt. He led Team 2.0 to a win at War Games. Was the one who actually got the pin. He pinned Tommaso Ciampa in that match to get the win. So, okay, cool. He had a match with Roderick Strong, one of the vets. All right. You know, he's got more matches under his belt. Big time experience. Okay. Title time. Let's see how it happens. How did the match go? The match was pretty solid for what it was. Bron Breakker looked a little bit more serious, and he made less mistakes than he did previously. Now if you walked into that match not thinking Bron Breakker would win, just look at Bron Breakker's entrance. Because the entrance solely was this. He was standing. He had chains around his forearms. And then as the beat dropped, he pulled forward. The chains pretty much wrapped around the old NXT logo. You know, the old NXT logo was that gold NXT letters. And there was chains around him. So he pulled forward, thus the old NXT sign coming down. A symbolism of out with the old, in with the new. Now, as that happened, Bron Breakker walked forward and another NXT sign, the old sign, the gold sign, boom, 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 right there. Standing right there. Bron kicks it, breaks in half. Once again, the symbolism of out with the old, in with the new. It is no longer NXT Black and Gold. It is now NXT 2.0. And this night, that match was supposed to symbolize that. And boom, it did. So, Bron Breakker, our new NXT champion. I mean, what can you really say? We all saw this coming. You all saw it from night one of NXT 2.0. You saw Bron Breakker. I think he was the first guy on TV. He had a match with LA Knight, who, last I checked, I haven't seen in a while. Hope he's good. But had a match with LA Knight. He beat him. And then he went, I think he was, if I can remember that night off the top of my head, he was talking, conversing, all that. And then Tommaso Ciampa went to the main event with Pete Dunne, LA Knight, and Kyle O'Reilly, I believe. I forgot who was in the main event. But I know LA Knight and Pete Dunne were part of it. I want to say Kyle O'Reilly was part of it. I don't really remember. But Tommaso Ciampa was part of it as well. Tommaso Ciampa walked out, two-time NXT champion. And then Bron Breakker looked at him, stared him down for weeks until he finally got his shot. And then boom. So you knew Bron Breakker was the next one up. Because at this point in time, nobody else has really put themselves out there that, oh, they want to be the next NXT champion. Which makes that a little bit more weirder. because why is Bron Breakker the only one that wants a shot at the NXT championship? Like, nobody else wants to fight for that title? I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody wants to put their thoughts out there. You know, Joe Gacy couldn't do it. Grayson Waller couldn't do it. Carmelo Hayes couldn't do it. Tony D'Angelo couldn't do it. Santos Escobar couldn't do it. I mean, hell, he may not be ready for it, but you need contenders, you need challengers. Because now that Bron Breakker is champion, who is going to go after that title? Who's next? Who's next up? We got a couple people still. You know, once Pete Dunne is done with, Tony D'Angelo, he'll probably want a shot, you know. LA Knight probably would want a shot, you know what I'm saying? Probably the only two off the top of the head I could really think about, because everybody else is either pretty gone or we just don't know. Now that Ciampa is no longer champion, only time will tell what exactly happens with him. Does he stay in NXT? Well, Vince McMahon allowed Ciampa to stay in NXT. Or does he sit here and go, oh, well, you know, we were supposed to put you on the main roster before, but you got injured, so the time may be now. I wouldn't mind Tommaso Ciampa being on the main roster. I wouldn't mind it. Just put him in the right position and you're good. We already know how good of a heel he can really be. So, I mean, hey, if you give him what he had previously, I can see it working. But, again, only time will tell. We'll see how things go. Bron Breakker, our new NXT champion. And that's all I got. That's all I got. All right, so it's been Rose, man. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the love support. As always, you already know what it is, man. Be on the lookout. I may have another video coming out tonight, maybe in the next hour or so. It all depends how I'm feeling about it. But yeah, we got AEW Dynamite first time on TBS tonight. We got the main event, Hangman versus Danielson 2 for the AEW World Championship. Something happens, I will be here for it. You already know. And that's all I got. So until next time, peace, love, 100. You heard?